All right, shalom, shalom. Just the brother Shakar with another lesson to the power and spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Before I get started, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakak Wadash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of the great millstone, from which I learned this truth. Peace and blessings to the house of David, doing his work with all righteousness, truth, and sincerity. And I want to say shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom. All right, I'm going to start off in the book of Isaiah, chapter 33. And let me start off in verse 14. And it says, actually 13. It says, hear ye that are far off what I have done, and ye that are near acknowledge my might. Now this is, okay, the Lord speaking. Look at what I'm doing. Look what I've done, and look what I'm going to do. You see, this is showing, okay, that the Lord, he's the one in control. It says the sinners in Zion are afraid. It says fearfulness has surprised the hypocrites. Okay, now when you go into that word hypocrites, it's speaking about those that are godless. Because truly, okay, so many of our people, they don't know Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Okay, so they're afraid, man. Okay, they're mixed up, okay, in that left and right, paradigm. Okay, that left and right spectrum. First they wanted Biden, and his whole administration, and then they wanted Trump back, and then now they want, Kamala or whatever. Okay, whatever it may be. Okay, they're mixed up, man. Our people are all messed up. Okay, they don't have the right mindset. You see, and now they're afraid. They're taking away a SNAP, EBT. Okay, no more food stamps. Okay, things are just going to continue to get worse, man. And the sinners in Zion, they're afraid, man. Ultimately, we're all sinners. Okay, but there's those that, okay, they're unrepentant. Okay, they haven't repented yet. You see, they're still in that mindset of the world. You see, so they're afraid, man. They see the things that are going on. Okay, but they really can't put their finger, upon it because they don't know the Lord. The Lord has set up men, okay, to tell you these things. Okay, but they're not listening. You see, they're not listening. That's why they remain, okay, in that Gentile mindset. So again, they're looking for somebody, okay, to save them, to deliver them, okay, from these perils. But nobody's going to deliver them, okay. No man, okay, will redeem you, as the scripture says. Matter of fact, and let me grab that, because the only one that's truly going to redeem us is Yahweh Shai. Let me go real quick to let's go to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. Listen, it says, and the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai shall bring thee, into Egypt again with ships. Okay, is that speaking about physical Egypt? No, it's speaking about a spiritual Egypt, okay, which we're in now. So-called America is spiritually known as Sodom and Egypt. Again, it says, and the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. By the way thereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. See, we're not going to see our land no more again. Okay, not until there's deliverance. It says, and there ye should be sold unto your enemies. Listen, for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. Okay, captivity, man, which we're in today. Okay, beginning with the northern kingdom, and then the southern kingdom, here in so-called America, okay, being pressed together. But the point is, it says, no man shall buy you. Okay, there's nobody in the left or right, okay, or right or left, okay, that's gonna save you, man. No one's gonna deliver you. Our deliverance has got to come from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai when he sends his son. Let me get this real quick, because he said, I'm not going to meet thee as a man. Let me go to Isaiah chapter 47, and I'm going to start at the top. It says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Okay, that's speaking about so-called America. Because right here on the soils of the United States, there's been no major war, okay? No major destruction. Now they can speak of 9/11, okay, Pearl Harbor, okay, but if you know, okay, those are all inside jobs, man. You see, but the scripture here says, "Come sit down in the dust," meaning in confusion. It says, "O daughter of Babylon," it says, "Sit on the ground. There is no throne." Okay, because the rulership right now that the Edomites currently possess, okay, they're getting ready to lose it, man. Okay, the grips of the power seat, okay, are being taken from them. Okay, it's collapsing. It says, "O daughter of the Chaldeans being what the ancient witches and warlocks." Okay, today your modern day witches and warlocks, okay, that would be your banking families, okay, that have brought, okay, so much deception upon the people, okay, that they believe these lies. Ultimately, hey, that's from Yahweh Shem Yoshai, man. It says, "For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate," because ultimately a great destruction is coming, okay, to so-called America. It says, "Take the millstones and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers." So this place is being exposed. Listen, it says, "Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, see, and I will not meet thee as a man." See, that's Yahweh Shai, man. He's not coming back, okay, lowly and riding upon a donkey, okay, like he did at one time. No, this time he's gonna come back in an angelic form, man. Okay, he's coming back, okay, to redeem, okay, the elect and bring destruction, okay, upon the wicked. Okay, that's the wicked, okay, Esau, the wicked of these other nations, and even the wicked of 2/3 of our own people. You see, and that's what the Lord's getting ready, okay, to do, man. It says, "As for a redeemer, the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yoshai of hosts is his name. See, the Holy One of Israel." Okay, the point is that no one from the left, okay, no one from the right, okay, is going to help you, man. You see, but our people, they're trying to lean, okay, on okay, some carnal means, okay, of deliverance, okay, but there's going to be no deliverance. Okay, the only deliverance is going to come from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yoshai. Matter of fact, let me grab this. This is, we'll stay here in the book of Isaiah chapter 31 and verse 1. It says, "Listen, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are strong." It says, "But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord." See, so they're not truly relying, okay, on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yoshai, because they don't know Yahweh Ba'ashem Yoshai. They calling upon God and Jesus, and those are just idols, man, titles. Okay, God is just a title, okay, and Jesus doesn't exist. Okay, the true name of our Savior is Yahweh Shai, man. You see, so they're looking for something, to deliver them, okay, from the perils, okay, but no help is coming. Okay, not from this man. Okay, the only deliverance is going to be from Yahweh Shai, man. Listen, it says, "Yet he also is wise, and will bring evil, and will not call back his words." It says, "But will rise against the house, see, of the evildoers." It says, "And against the help of them, see, that work iniquity." So you see, the Lord's against these devils, man. Okay, he's going to come up against them. And he's doing that right now, okay, through his men. Okay, through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yoshai, okay, this devil's being exposed. Okay, even their own tongue is falling upon them. Okay, they're telling upon themselves, man. Okay, they're being exposed for the devil, okay, that the Bible speaks about. The scripture tells us what, though hand join hand, the wicked should not be unpunished. Matter of fact, let me get this one. Let me stay here in Isaiah chapter 13. Let me see, where's that at? I believe verse 15. Yeah, it says, "Everyone that is found, see, shall be thrust through." It says, "And everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword." So if you're going along, okay, with the agendas of the wicked, hey, you're gonna fall right with them. Okay, and those that truly don't know Yahweh Ba'ashem Yoshai, okay, that's what's gonna happen, man. You're gonna seek help, okay, from Egypt, okay, which really they're no help at all. Okay, hey, you're gonna fall, man. Okay, you're not gonna make it. So let's go back, Isaiah 31. Let's get verse 3. See, and it says, "See, now the Egyptians are men, see, and not power, and their horses flesh, and not spirit." It says, "When the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yoshai shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, see, and he that is hoping shall fall down, and they shall all fail together." So all the wicked, man, they're going down, man. Because if you're truly, okay, leaning upon, okay, Egypt, okay, or these devils for help, you're just going to fail, man. You're not going to make it. The only way out, okay, is up, man. And that's through the power and spirit, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Ultimately, you got to be part of the elect. All right, let me actually go to Isaiah 30. Let me get this. And I'll start at the top. It says, woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, that take counsel, see, but not of me. You see, and that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. So they don't truly know the Lord, man. Again, they're leaning upon, okay, some other means of deliverance. Okay, but it's not going to happen. Okay, deliverance is only, okay, coming from Yahushai, man. It says that walk to go down into Egypt and had not asked of my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. See, in so-called America, it's just a shadow, man, of physical Egypt. Again, us being the spiritual Egypt, okay, now the modern day Pharaoh being who? Okay, that's the leader of so-called America, man. Okay, they're leaning upon whether it be the left or the right, okay, whatever means, okay, they're looking for, okay, they're looking for help that's vain. Listen, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh see be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. See, that's why our people, they're in that gross darkness. Matter of fact, let me grab that real quick. Isaiah, let me see, is that 60? No, I think that's 60. Yeah, Isaiah 60, and I'll start at the top. It says, arise, shine, for the light is come, and the glory of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is risen upon thee. Okay, now this is first and foremost, okay, to the prophets, but also to those that believe, man, to those that believe the 100% truth. Okay, you have the light. It says, for behold, the darkness, listen, shall cover the earth. Okay, the confusion, the deception, the lies. It says, and gross darkness the people. It says, but the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. But the majority of our people, they're in that gross darkness, man. They're confused, okay? They don't have the true light. You see? You know, they're believing, okay, in the deception. Okay, all the corruption, okay, that's been brought, okay, by our oppressors. So let me go back, Isaiah 30. I'm going to jump down. I believe, let me see. I'll start off from verse 7. It says, for the Egyptians shall help in vain, see, and to no purpose. Therefore have I cried concerning this, their strength is to sit still. You see, they say they want to help, okay? Okay, they make it sound good. Okay, but the help, okay, from these modern day Egyptians, it's in vain, it's worthless. Okay, ultimately it's going to be for your destruction. Listen, it says, now go write it before them in a table and note it in a book, that it may be for a time to come, forever and ever. That this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Man, that's our people all day. It says, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. So they don't want to hear the truth. Okay, they don't want to hear Jacob's trouble's coming. Okay, this man's going to bring in a microchip. Okay, World War III is coming. Okay, they don't want to hear we have enemies. You see, they don't want to hear that this man's a devil. Okay, they want to believe the deceits and the lies they've been told. You see, they want to hear smooth things. You see, and they also say this, listen, get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. So that's ultimately what they're doing. You see, when they mock, they scoff, they scorn, okay, at the men of the Lord, they're saying, hey, they don't truly want Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You see, they want the falsehoods, see, of this world. It says, wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise his word, see, and trust in oppression and perverseness, and stay thereon. So they're leaning upon this devil, right? But what the scripture tells us in Isaiah 10 and 20, it says that a remnant shall return, okay, and not lean upon this devil anymore, okay, but lean upon the Holy One of Israel. Okay, but that's opposite, okay, for those of that 2/3 number, man. They're staying upon the oppression. It says, therefore, listen, this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall. It says, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly, see, at an instant, and he shall break it as the breaking of the potter's vessel that is broken in pieces. He shall not spare, it says, so that there shall not be found in the bursting of it a sure to take fire from the earth, or to take water withal of a pit. So you're going to be broken into pieces, man, melted. It says, for thus saith the Lord, power, the Holy One of Israel, in returning and rest shall ye be saved. It says, in returning and rest shall ye be saved, in quietness and in confidence, see, shall be your strength, and ye would not. See, they reject, okay, this truth, man. Okay, but ultimately, okay, they're just part of the non-elect, man. You know, that's why they're not going to make it, man. They're gonna be destroyed. Okay, they're gonna cleave on, okay, to this man's agendas, okay, and be destroyed, man. So let's go back. Let me go back to Isaiah 33, and I read verse 14 again. It says, the sinners in Zion are afraid. Fearfulness, see, has surprised the hypocrites. It says, who among us shall dwell with the devouring fire? Who among us shall dwell with the everlasting burnings? Ultimately, that's going to be the destruction. Okay, but right now, in this time, okay, that's all the calamities. Okay, all the hell that's being brought upon our people, man. Okay, who's going to be able to dwell among these things? Okay, that's the elect. Because those are the non-elect, and they're going to fall by these means, man. Okay, Jacob's trouble is going to bring all kinds of calamities. You're going to have famines. You're going to have wars. Okay, you're going to have martial law in full effect. You know, you're going to have the mandatory implementation, see, of the mark of the beast, man, which is the microchip. You see, and many, they're going to take it, but not the elect, okay, whoever they may be. See, it's going to go on to tell you, who's going to be able to withstand these things? Listen, he that walketh righteously and speaketh uprightly, he that despiseth the gain of oppressions. It says, that shaketh his hands from the holding of bribes, see, that stoppeth his ears, see, from hearing of blood, and shutteth his eyes from seeing evil. You see, so ultimately, that's the elect, man. See, they're not going to take that bribe, man. And the ultimate bribe is going to be, okay, that charagma, the mark of the beast. Now you have leaders, okay, false leaders in Israel. Okay, they taking bribes. Okay, they taking the bag, man, for filthy lucre's sake. Okay, or vain glory. Okay, whatever. Okay, it may have been. Okay, they're lost, man. You see, and they're teaching. Okay, those that are lost as well. Okay, the 2/3. Okay, they gotta have a prophet. You see, and they're being led astray. Okay, they're both gonna fall. Okay, into that ditch, man. Okay, they're gonna be led to destruction. Okay, by these falsehoods. Okay, but that ultimate bribe, okay, is going to be, okay, that charagma, man, that mark. Matter of fact, let me go into that word bribe. This is Isaiah 33 and 15, and it's H7810. Let's go ahead and play it. Make sure my volume is up. Okay.
Strong's H7810, shohad.
Right. Let's go to the definition. And the outline of biblical usage says a present, a bribe. Strong's definition says a gift, okay, to present a reward. But now when you go into the root word, which is H7809, we'll go ahead and play it as well.
Strong's H7809, shahad.
Right. And the outline of biblical usage is to give a present, a bribe, ransom, offer gifts. Pretty much the same thing, right? Yeah, in the Strong's definitions, it's hire. It says, it says a bribe, hire, give a reward. Now, when you go down, okay, to the lexicon here, let me go down, right? The Gesenius Hebrew Chaldee lexicon. Watch what it says. It says to give, to bestow a gift, especially to free from punishment. And also says to give once, often used, both in a good, and a bad sense. So they're going to tell you, okay, that taking that mark, okay, is for something good, but it's actually going to be something bad for you, man. Okay, it's going to lead you, okay, to your destruction. It says especially to free from punishment. See, ultimately that punishment is going to be what? Okay, to leading you to being cast out of society. Because those that don't take it, and you're going to be cast off, man. You know, you're going to be excluded, okay, from those that have taken, okay, that mark. Matter of fact, let me grab this. Let me go to, let me see. Let's go to the book of Revelation. Chapter 13, and let's go to verse 15. And it reads, it says, and he had power to give life, see, unto the image of the beast, that the image, see, of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Let's get that word killed, because ultimately, yeah, okay, they want to get rid of Jake, man. Okay, they want to get rid of Jacob. But let's get that word killed, because that word killed also means what? To be to separate. Let me see. We'll go ahead and play it.
Strong's G 615. Apartino.
Right, and that was a G61 5. And let's get the definition. Right here, this is the one I want, I believe. No, actually, when you go into the root word, Salakia, yeah, because it ultimately they're going to want to kill us, to kill in any way, okay, whatever, to destroy, to allow, to perish, okay, because they want to get rid of Israel, okay, so they can stay in their blessing, okay, because ultimately those that bow down to them, hey, they're going to keep as slaves, because this is what they want, okay, they want you to bow down to them, okay, they want you to acknowledge them, see, as their master. And that's what you're doing, man. When you take that mark, that's ultimately what you're doing, man. You're saying you belong, okay, to this devil. But let me get the root word, and that's G575. Let's go ahead and play that.
Strong's G 575. Apa.
Right, and the outline of biblical usage says a separation. This is B. It says of separation of a part from the whole. This is D. It says of a state of separation. See, that is of distance. So they're going to distance themselves, okay, from those that oppose them. Okay, they're going to distance those that oppose them, okay, from the rest of society, man. Okay, they're going to cast those that refuse to bow down to the system, those that refuse to take the mark. Okay, they're going to cast you away, okay, from society, man. And I actually looked this up earlier. Let me grab it real quick. Went to Google and I asked a question that says, I asked, is being cut off from society, is that a form, okay, of a state of separation? And this is the answer it gave me. It says, yes, being cut off from society can be described as a state of separation. It says, in a social context, this condition is formally referred to as social isolation or social exclusion. It says the experience can be either voluntary, as with the recluse, or involuntary, as in the case of imprisonment, see, or illness. See, and that's really what they're going to do, man. They're going to imprison those, okay, that decline, okay, those that refuse to take that mark. So let's go right here to social exclusion. Let's get that. It says this concept is broader than social isolation. See, it emphasizes societal conditions that lead to separation. Social exclusion is the process through which individuals or groups are systematically blocked from accessing, the resources, opportunities, and institutions that are available to most of society. See, and that's what's going to happen. See, but those are the elect, they're going to be good, man. But the non-elect, okay, not so much. Okay, they're not going to make it. And ultimately, okay, those are the non-elect, amen, they're going to take that mark. Okay, they're only going to be able to go so long, okay, without eating, okay, without having access to resources. You see, they're only going to stand that for a time, man. Ultimately, they're going to bow down, okay, to the system, okay, to the agenda, okay, that these devils are pushing. You see, but it's going to be, for your downfall, man. It's not going to be good. Matter of fact, let me grab this. Let me go to Second Esdras. Chapter 16, and let me see. Yeah, 68. It says, "For behold, see the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you." Okay, and that's speaking about these devils, man, coming in like that flood. Okay, coming. Okay, the devil moving with great wrath, man, because he knows that he has but a short time. Again, it says, "For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take certain away." It says, "And they shall take away certain of you and feed you." See, being idle with things offered unto idols. See, which is going to be that charagma, man, that mark. Okay, that device that's going to go under the skin, the microchip. Because they want full control, man. Okay, they want to be, okay, like the Most High. But they're going to fail. Okay, they can't be like Yahweh Shem Yoshai. It says, "And they that consent unto them shall be held in derision and in reproach." It says, "And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot." You see, so you're going to be mocked. You're going to be scorned, man. You see, you're going to be a disappointment, okay, because you bow down to them, man. It's not going to be for your good. Again, it's going to be offered as something good, okay, but ultimately, okay, it's going to be bad. Okay, so let me go back to Isaiah 33. Then I'm just going to close it out. Don't want to make this long. Just want to get into that real quick. The sinners in Zion, okay, they're afraid, man. They're afraid, okay, of the perils, man. They're afraid of what's getting ready to happen. Okay, but instead of leaning upon the Lord, okay, they're trying to lean upon carnal means, man, which are these devils. Okay, and they're not for you. Let me go back. Isaiah chapter 33, then we'll close it out. 33, and I'll read verse 14 again. It says, "The sinners in Zion are afraid. Fearfulness has surprised the hypocrites. Who among us shall dwell with the devouring fire? Who among us shall dwell with everlasting burnings?" It's going to tell you, listen, "He that walketh righteously and speaketh uprightly." It says, "He that despiseth the gain of oppressions, that shaketh his hands from beholding," it says, "from beholding of bribes, that stoppeth his ears from hearing of blood, and shutteth his eyes from evil." Okay, ultimately, that's going to be the elect. Okay, the elect will not any longer lean upon, okay, those that smote them. Okay, really all these nations. Okay, but what captivity are we in today, man? Okay, we're in the hands of these damn devils, man, the Edomites. Listen, I'll finish off with this. It says, "He shall dwell on high. His place of defense shall be the munitions of rocks. Bread shall be given him. His waters shall be sure." Like it tells you what in Isaiah, the 65th chapter. Okay, "My servant shall eat. Okay, my servant shall drink." Matter of fact, let me grab that real quick. Isaiah chapter 65, I believe it's 13. Yeah, it says, "Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry." Speaking about the non-elect, man. It's, "Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty." So the Lord is putting a difference between the elect and the non-elect. It says, "Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed." It says, "Behold, my servant shall sing for joy in heart." It says, "Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation, of spirit." Okay, because you're going to be held in what? In derision and reproach. Okay, again, they're going to say it's for your good, but it's going to be for your bad, man. It's going to be for your destruction. So let me go back. Let me read Isaiah 33:16 one more time. It says, he shall dwell on high. His place of defense shall be the munition of the rock. So you're going to have a covering. Okay, you're going to have a covering, okay, from Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Yahushai, okay, the angels, man. It says, bread shall be given him, so you're going to eat. His water shall be sure, so you're going to drink. Okay, those are the elect. Lord willing, we be a part of that number. Listen, thy eyes shall see the king. Okay, who's the king? Yahushai, man. It says, again, thy eyes shall see the king in his beauty. He's going to come back as an angelic form, man. Okay, I shall not meet thee as a man. Okay, this devil's going to see Yahushai come, okay, in his splendor, man. Okay, he's not going to have a chance, okay, to win. Okay, he's not going to have a chance, okay, to continue in his birthright, because the birthright, okay, ultimately is for Jacob. Okay, but this devil got a blessing, man. He got the temporal blessing. Now the eternal blessing, that's for Jacob. Okay, and it's going to begin with the elect. I'll read it again. It says, thy eyes shall see the king in his beauty. They shall behold the land, see that is very far off. Ultimately, okay, hey, we're going to go back, okay, to our homeland, man. So with that, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to close out, give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of the great millstone, from which I learned this truth. Peace and blessings to the house of David, doing his work with all righteousness, truth, and sincerity. And I want to say shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.